focus wise.
That's right.
Give us that phrase, set us up, because you really do use that. It becomes really a foundational phrase in the book.
Yeah. Focus, one of the big problems is we think we want to master our attention, but we don't know what it is. Focus is where our intention and attention collide, right? And so being focus-wise is to say, you're not going to be a machine. We live in a world that is filled with distractions, and the question becomes, how do we accumulate wisdom about how we're putting and spending our attention in the work we do and in the lives that we live in every other aspect.
Yeah. All right, so I want to go right to section 2, chapter 6 of the book. If you're taking book notes, page 41, 4 elements of focus. Break down those 4 elements, because I think this is really helpful.
So the 4 elements we talked there about are our energy, meaning that because we're made for exploration and to be curious, that means that when we try to not be curious, zoom in, it's really exhausting. So the less sleep you have, the less you're going to be able to actually focus. Then our environment, the space we occupy, where we are shapes what we pay attention to. We pay money to go to a movie theater because that room tells us to focus a certain direction. And so our space shapes what we pay attention to. I can't get work done as I have the TV on and my kids are screaming and weird. This is
right. Yeah. How come I can't lock in? Yeah.
And then number 3 is our experience, our past. So the decisions we've made in the past shape what we attend to. We at some point said, there's a million things we can look at, and most of them I don't even see. And the reason I don't see them is because it's already been assessed and no one cares. Doesn't matter. And then the last one is our emotion. That it's amazing how we can be doing something that would be miserable, but because we know it matters and we care about it, we'll actually find ourselves pushing through. And then on the other hand, with 69% of the workforce disengaged, we can do things that are really awesome. Absolutely, by every measure, meaningful. Worked with a lot of athletes. And playing a game, hate it. And when we're not emotionally engaged, our attention will stray.
Yeah. I want to go back into experience, because you just triggered something there. I think that's really interesting. This is actually from the book. You write, what you have focused on is what you will focus on. So the idea that we've got all these past experiences, I certainly think of this from a negative, positive. That's what my brain is naturally going to. And I think that that's huge, but take us a little deeper there, because I want leaders to be able to, for just a few moments, self-assess, and then maybe have a construct for how they can assess their team. Because the experience is this tapestry of stuff that's just overlaid on ourselves and our team that could really be the biggest hamper to our focus.
Put simply, it's not the things that you are aware of, it's the things you don't even see.
That's right. You're in default mode now.
That's right. Incidentally, I will say about this, though, it is what you can't see, but I think for a lot of business owners today, in the world where we've gone from incremental exploration to just infinite, always available, often what hampers us is the awareness that there's got to be something out there. Like FOMO for a teenager might be not on a vacation on the beach, but FOMO for a business owner, that's a constant reminder of what could be looming that they should be doing better. So with that said, our experience, there's a few things that we can actually do to help this situation. We can hire for it. This is why we hire someone to say, we use the label Attentional Diversity. That we want to hire people whose natural lens looks very different through which they see and they don't see. And when we do that, we actually have, all of a sudden, we can offload rather than worry, because we know someone else can see what's on the horizon. It's one of the big ways that we do it. But our experience is the last thing I would say in this category is, as we get older, the left hemisphere of our attention, which is that focused, familiar, actually starts to take control. And that means we punt that which is unfamiliar. But to start a business, to succeed, to grow, it involves the taking of the new and the reassessment and the change. So we have to be very, very aware that when we throw out all that is unfamiliar, we are assured that the results will only at best be what they have been.
Interesting. But you write in the book on this particular subject that fighting that brain's proclivity to kind of jump, okay, I've been on this project and now I'm jumping off. That might be an experience issue or you've done things in the past. But to develop a long-term kind of task habit, speak to that, because I think that'll help a lot of people as well.
Yeah, so really simple. First, I should say I have ADD. So there's something
and so do I, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, this is no joke.
Yeah. Which, by the way, is really interesting because you hear a lot of people that are entrepreneurs and in the spaces that we're in are people with ADD. Well, it's because we connect different ideas. And so we got to actually enjoy that and appreciate that and say that that's valuable because especially as machine learning takes over the efficient things, we're not going to be doing well anyways.
That's right.
The good news is habits can be can either be really hard or they can be really small.
Right.
And for
I
us,
love that. That's really good.
Yeah. So we rather than say, I am looking at fantasy sports, fantasy football, it's a Tuesday, it's a waiver wire day.
Right.
And I'm a terrible human, so I'm never going to do that again.
Right.
Like, I'm just not going to do it at my desk right here for the next week.
Right.
Because now what's happening is my brain has cues when I walk into this space, and a week later, it doesn't naturally tell me that what I should do is I should check fantasy. So we make little decisions rather than big ones to say we're going to set the space and the location to align with the experience.
Love that.